And I think we are live. Yes, maybe live. I don't know. It kind of froze up on me there in the beginning. So that was pretty cool, man. Today we're going to talk about a DRY Songkran Water Festival for 2021 here in Thailand. And yeah, hit the thumbs up button. Lots of people, 4 thumbs up. Let me just touch real quick before I say hello to everyone. Let me tell you what Songkran is. It's also known as the Water Splashing Festival. It is the Buddhist New Year here in Thailand. Basically, what happens is Buddha images are bathed, and younger Thais show respect to monks and elders by sprinkling water over their hands, and that's kind of what the whole Songkran thing is about. But what really happens in Thailand is a lot more water spraying, water cannon, water gunning. Hey, thanks, Anna. I appreciate that, buddy. Make the content, give him some love at PayPal, and I believe he's got it right. So I'll just pin your message to the top up there. Thank you, bud. Appreciate you saying that. Thank you very much. We're trying to get the fund put together for April, and it's looking good. It really is. It's looking good, guys. Okay, let me answer a few questions first. Hello to all my channel members. Thank you so much for being channel members. If you're not a channel member, it's $2.99 a month, and you get unlimited access to everything. So I only have one tier, and $2.99 is less than coffee or something like that. So anyway, it's a good idea to become a channel member, not only with things that we already have up there, but with things we're gonna have. Tim's got a Girl Scout cookie problem, and that's okay. Nothing wrong with those. I agree. Putting them in the freezer is a good thing. And I said Tim's always do see. Yeah, it's impossible not to get fat eating them, man. Let's see. Bob says, that's what I thought you meant, Jeremy. I'm also assuming of the proposed scenarios you went over yesterday. Assume one has partaken of the magic portion. Yep. Same. It's going to be, it looks like it's going to be a 10-day queue. And that's in regards to yesterday's live stream on April 1st. It looks that way. Still hasn't been published in the Royal Gazette to the best of my knowledge. So just hang in there for details. Rocco, what's up, buddy? Griffin, good morning. Good to see you. I've already said hey to Anna and Tim. Charles, how are you, man? Good to see you. Autumn in Asia, good to see you. Prep for it. I'm glad you are here, man. Filtho is dry unless you're a Buddha statue. 100% correct. Anna, thanks again for putting up the PayPal link. I appreciate that. George says, hi, Jeremy. Hi, George. Yeah. So a lot of people get the water festival part of Songkran confused because while it is a religious holiday, you tend to see parties everywhere with buckets of dirty water being thrown on people, dirty water from spray super soakers. Some of it's clean water, but not much. Most of it's reused, dumped in big buckets, and they take their little buckets and they throw water at you when you come by on your trucks or your motorbikes or whatever. And the Thais seem to really love it. Personally, the water festival part of it, I don't like. It's not my thing. I don't like to be sprayed with water by other people. Typically, the reason I wouldn't mind it if I was just in a bathing suit and t-shirt or something like that. That would be fine. But typically, I have camera gear on me or expensive electronic gear on me at all times, pretty much. So it's a little bit, cranky. But this year, we're not going to have to worry about that. And I'm getting ready to get into all those details for you. And I says that Tim is actually a waterproofing performance test for cameras and phones. That's true. It is. There's a lot. If you've never been to Songkran over here, when it's when the water festival takes place, it's I would recommend everybody do it once, but you'll probably not want to do it again unless it just happens to be your thing. I know Are You Experienced? You guys, some of you guys know him. He was over here, him and Chuck, and they Are You Experienced had a great time. He just freaking loved it, man. He loved it and enjoyed every moment of it. I couldn't get into it like that. I just couldn't do it. Griffin says the trucks with 50 gallons of water that was an overkill. Yes, there are trucks that go around with 50-gallon water tanks and just spray everybody. It's crazy. It's a religious festival like Mardi Gras, something like that. Rocco says actually it is €2.99 for us European peasants. I have, and you should. I don't know. I said the $2.99. I don't know why it would be that much in euros. That's very interesting. Anna says, greatest water party in the world. It is. Love water. You love it. Ross said, hey, Ross, good morning. You have never done Songkran in a smaller village like where the resort is. It's very different. You're right. I haven't. Actually, that's not true because I came down to where the resort was during Songkran last year, if I'm not mistaken. And I saw how it went there. It was a little bit different there. It was a little bit different. So I agree. I think I was during Songkran. I don't know, Ross. You might be right. I'm not sure. And it says that Rocco, maybe VAT included in your price. Always a possibility. So, yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, Songkran. That's what autocorrect says. So I've explained what exactly what the actual holidays for the Buddhist New Year, and the sprinkling of water over the hands of the elders so that the young Thais can learn respect. And it's also about the bathing of the Buddha images or statues and that kind of thing. And Rocco, I assure you, whatever the case may be, if it's €2.99, it's probably worth it. Not probably, it is worth it. But if you don't have the money to spend on it, then you don't have the money to spend on it. I understand, no problem. So let's talk about some stuff from talk about what's going on in how we're going to have a dry Songkran this year, a dry water festival. That's an oxymoron. The CCSA, this is an article that came from the 19th of March. This is out of the Bangkok Post, which is not a source I quote very often. There are reasons for that, but basically it says, this is talking more about the travel. I wanted or buckets of sand at each other. Oh man, don't give anybody any ideas, man. Interprovincial travel, something I wanted to talk about for those of you that are going to be here, and for those of you that are not going to be here. This is still an interesting topic, and I will get through it very quickly. So just bear with me for a second. Interprovincial travel is expected to be allowed during next month's Songkran Festival as the CCSA meets today to discuss the easing of restrictions. This meeting has already took place, and I'm going to give you the outcome in just a moment, but I want to give you some background on that. In lots of places they throw ice water, Ross, and usually it's really, really hot, so the ice water is not bad. It's not bad at all. And you know what's good? Thumbs up button. That's good. Speaking after a meeting of the CCA subcommittee on Thursday, the Deputy Prime Minister and Public Health Minister Enuton I can't pronounce his last name, said moves to ease various measures would be based on zoning under a color-coded system used to identify which areas were most vulnerable. We kind of went over that a little bit yesterday, but just for clarification, red, orange, yellow, and green are used to illustrate the degree of illnesses in provinces affected by that disease. Currently, there were no longer red zones, which required maximum control, and Bangkok and Samut Sakhon have now been declared as orange zones. Mr. Unutin said, adding that public health safety would be prioritized in each zone. Ask about the huge amount of interprovincial travel because this is a 3-day holiday. I think this year they're going to make it 4. I think they're putting another holiday, some kind of day in there that's going to make it a 4-day holiday. But there's a lot of domestic travel, a lot of Thais travel around Thailand during this time. And when asked about the huge amounts of interprovincial travel expected during Songkran, he said provincial communicable disease committees led by provincial governors would lay down health protocols to screen people moving in and out. Asked if water splashing would be allowed in provinces and green zones, Mr. Anutin said CCSA would make a decision at today's meeting chaired by the Prime Minister. Although there were no red zones and interprovincial travel was not banned currently, the government still had to take health safety into account, he said. We are now on the last lap. The magic shots have already arrived and everyone will be getting them. Next year, we will be able to have fun again. Therefore, we need to cooperate like we did last year, he said. Last year, Thailand went 6 to 7 months without any new cases and then had the little flare up. And also, CCSA's meeting, for some reason, says would make a decision on whether to allow foreign travelers back into Thailand. The required 14-day queue period has now been reduced to 10 days. If visitors have received the magic shots, they would be only in queue for 7 days. And it goes on to explain what I've explained many times. So I'm not going to continue to read all that stuff. I will read one paragraph. It says, I can confirm, I'm not sure who I'm quoting here, but maybe it'll tell me. The minister, I assume the health minister. I can confirm there will be enough magic shots for all. Magic shots won't be in short supply any longer. Those from China have already arrived, and in the next few months, the AZ magic shots produced in Thailand will be available at 10 million doses a month. The DDC will try to achieve the broadest possible distribution of the magic shots, the minister said. So now let me go on to some of the what's not going to happen in Thailand concerning Songkran, because there's quite a few things that are just not going to be the same. And I want to make sure I get the right article. Yeah, so we'll go right here. Let me catch some of these let me get some of these comments real quick. No J&J that I know of, Tim. Let's see. Where was I? Filtho says ice water on a hot day at the age now where I hope they throw digitals and sublingual nitro too. And says the Ross, I hate doing live streams with my iPad. For that reason, Apple's autocorrect is way too aggressive for my taste. It is pretty aggressive. Ross says Songkran used to be a time to go home and visit family like Thanksgiving in the USA. That's interesting. I did not know that. Anon says that filters ice water on a hot day makes a wet makes that kind of contest far more interesting, right? I don't know. But I'm sure it would make it very interesting, and they have those all over the place, especially in Pattaya. Philippine Cowboy, hello to you. You are welcome for the birthday wishes. Rocco says, I myself did stay away from Songkran for obvious reasons. That's okay. Hey, Roger. Good morning, sir. Hope you are doing well. Tim says, Anna, you were on the ball with that statement. And he was on the ball with that statement. Very, very, very on the ball. So let's talk about what's going to happen in some of the more nightlife touristy areas, let me call them. And I'm going to single out Pattaya here because Pattaya seems to be making. I just got a message this morning that said Walking Street down there Saturday night, which was last night here, looked very good. There was a lot of people on there, but there were some concerns about face coverings. However, there were a lot of people. If you hadn't hit the thumbs up button yet, please do so. It says, this is from the Pattaya News. Pattaya to proceed with waterless traditional Big Songkran Day on April 19th. Officials say can be just as fun without water fights, concerts, dancing, drinking, and partying. So you heard drinking in there. I don't believe I found an article yet that has said that they are going to permit alcohol consumption during this holiday, which is going to be an issue for a lot of businesses, I'm sure. So let me start at the beginning. It says, after a decision made by CCSA today, this article was written also the 19th, Friday, March 19th. So, but this was after the meeting was held by the CCSA. After decision by the CCSA administration today that Songkran water fights and splashing of water would be banned this year, Pattaya City confirmed they will still move forward with a waterless festival on April 19th. So the water ban is countrywide. Turn out the lights, the party's over. Well, not really. Not for people like me. I'm going to take full advantage of the holiday and work it into my holidays that I have at work and try to get a long stretch there. That's why we're building the channel fund. I'm going to try to get as much of a long stretch as I possibly can to create as much content as I possibly can while I'm there. So we'll see what happens with the channel fund. We're not far away, especially after yesterday. We're getting there. I have faith we'll get there. It says, so that's on April 19th in Pattaya. Festivals in Nakula and other areas will also take place on April 18th and 20th. This year, officials said they will be focusing on educating the public. This is kind of important right here, so I want you guys to. Filter says, sounds like what happens when you get the Grinch to re-engineer Christmas. it does kind of ring that tone. This is an important part right here. If you're in Thailand. This year, officials said they will be focusing on educating the public about the traditions of the festival and Buddhism, which displays of religious artifacts on Beach Road, cultural displays, traditional outfits, unique food vendors, and ability to pay respect and merit to monks and elders of the community. Sorry, there's an ambulance going by right now. One second. Jeremy, they don't survive on people like you and me. No, Andre, yeah, I know. I understand, Tim. So we're learning about. They want to teach people about the culture and the merits of the monks and elders of the community. While concerts are not entirely banned, and some may take place, some may take place. Crowd control measures will take place, severely limiting those who attend, and dancing would likely be prohibited. Pretty much dancing, any of the phone stuff, all that's going to be prohibited to the best of my knowledge and everything I've read. According to city leaders at a meeting today confirming the event would still take place, they attempted to reassure the public that despite no parties, water fights, concerts, phone parties, dancing, or other events, that the event could still be fun and rewarding. So, yeah. Would you say, Anna, traditional Thai outfits on ladies are very attractive, especially Atlanta outfits a couple of 100 years ago? That's very interesting. I would like to see that. No dancing, sending Kevin Bacon. That's a good one, Philthos. I like that. May I ask why the problem with the water? I mean, are you guys short on what? No, it's the worrying about the spread, man. It's the worry about the spread. Okay, another important section here. The question if people would be able to drink alcohol was not immediately made clear, but authorities continued to state that the focus was on traditional activities and sharing Thai culture. As for the Ramayana Wonder Wave Songkran Festival, it will likely proceed as the event will have significant measures and precautions, crowd control, and preventative steps. As for private venues, water splashing in general is banned, so the days of chaotic build-up to the big day will not be able to take place this year, according to officials. Police will be enforcing the no water splashing rule around the area. So there you go. There you have that piece. And then there was something else. There was one more I wanted to read to you guys. Let's see if I can find it real quick. Was it from Calside? Maybe? It wasn't that one. So something's the thing that usually happens on Khao San Road in Bangkok is going to. I read it's going to happen. Whatever the big event is, it's going to happen. But I don't think there'll be water splashing involved. Is what I'm trying to say with that one. And I don't know where I lost that at. I had it locked in somewhere. That's really weird. Really, really weird. Was it on the Bangkok Post article? Because I was going to read about it to you. Red Orange. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm very sorry for the delay here, but I want to be sure. They're still talking about travel bubbles and restoring international links to certain people that would help bring people back. So, like in the Bangkok Post, it says, however, in principle, Thailand would pair with countries that have shown they have contained any spread. I don't know. Really trying to find. Meanwhile, the Board of Expressway Authority of Thailand on Thursday approved the waiving of toll fees on 2 expressways during Songkran from April 9th through the 16th. Sorapong Pai Tum Pong, Deputy Permanent Secretary for the Ministry of Transport, said the 2 expressways are the Burpa, Witi, I think, Expressway, Bang Na to Chonburi, and I'm not going to try to read the name of the expressway. It starts with a K, which is the Bang Phil to Sawat. So there will be no toll fees from April 9th to the 16th. So if you're traveling, you won't have to pay tolls. That's pretty nice. Travel will be free from midnight on April 9th to midnight on April 16th, according to Mr. Sorapong, who is chairman of the expats board. He said about 2 million vehicles were expected to use the expressways during the 8-day period of free travel. The waiving of the fees is expected to cost about 116 million baht 116 million baht in lost revenue, he said. So, but they're making it free, or trying to entice people to travel, trying to entice people for domestic travel. And I think it's a great idea because you're not really going to get a lot of people that that are going, or that international tourism is not going to pick up so much, and anytime soon. They're stuck in Florida. I see you. I see you stuck in Florida. Good to see you, man. Oh, company. So he's kind of listening. You guys ever notice since Stuck in Florida's had this company around? He's kind of listening. Good for you, man. I'm glad you got some company around. So now we can talk. Let's see. Rocco says, "Yep, dry March is right on the money." Ross says, "Wearing a wet mask is like getting waterboarded." That's very true. So it sounds like another day. Tim says, it depends on how much culture you want to learn and how involved in the cultural aspect of Thailand you really want to be, in my opinion. And I says, DoMoreLife sent you a Instagram DM with the link to the article. Yeah, I saw the link come through. I just can't pull it up right now. And I says, by the way, for info for those who don't know, Lana equals Northern Thai. Very interesting. Very interesting. Anon says they normally waive tolls over holidays, so this is not big news. I haven't heard of tolls being waived before, so it's big news to me. I believe you, but to me, it's big news. Stuck says, Ross and Rayon, good morning. Try wearing a mask while sweating profusely and cutting cement. Ugh, no good. My construction days are over. Ross says, to all, the toll savings is about 300 baht if you drove from start to the end of the tollways. That's not bad. Griffin says, my last time at Water Festival, you get wet, then you get powdered. That's another good way to look at it. The big question that I can't find the answer to, and if any of you can, I would love for you to share it, is the alcohol question. Are they going to let these businesses serve alcohol during this holiday, and specifically during the big day at the end of the month? I think 19th. I think not the end of the month, the end of the holiday. So I'm very curious about the alcohol situation. Not because I drink, but because for businesses, that would be a lot of revenue lost. A lot of revenue lost. Stuck. All jokes aside, it's good to see you, brother. Thank you for stopping by. I really appreciate it. Ross, I already read that. Prep for it. I will go to Songkran if by law, BGs and others must wear white t-shirts. We're gonna slide that one on out of there. Prep for it. but nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. Tim says, me too, messed up my back from years of using it. Now I must suffer. Rocco says yes with a dollar sign. I don't know what that means, Rocco, but it looks good. Okay, Tim says, shoot, in America, they would never even think about banning alcohol. That's true. I don't think they would. What? Well, I'm not going to get on America too much, but so that's kind of how you're going to have another DRY Songkran this year, and basically the only difference I can see between this year and last year's, well, there are a lot of small details, and that is. The biggest thing is going to be the traveling. Like, there's not going to be, I don't think there'll be any travel restrictions. That's the big thing. Filtho says, well, there was that whole 1920s prohibition thing. Yeah, that thing did happen. Stuck, my man, I'll match the next $20 on PayPal. Cool. So if I get $20 on PayPal, Stuck will match it with 20 more. And building that channel fund, building it so I can travel, I can't wait. Bring you guys all that content from April. Ooh, that'll be nice. It'll be so nice. And I'm going to take vlogging a different approach on my vlogging, just so you guys know. I just want to let you know that. It'll be better, I promise. Tim says, thoughts, yeah, and look what happened. Yeah, that's true. Stuck says they already banned alcohol in America and it didn't go very well. That's what I was alluding to. Stuck. So yeah, you have a very good point there. That did not go over very well at all. And Philthos made the same point. There were a lot of alcohol bans here, off and on during this time. However, I don't think that banning them right now during the bam, just like that, we got a match, boys. Now if it'll just come through my email so I can show it to you. There it comes. Mr. Rick, thank you, sir. I appreciate it very, 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 very much. From Rick on YouTube, he said, I'll cover up his whole name because I don't want him to, I don't want everybody to see his whole name right there. $20. Stuck. So he matched it up there, bro. That's a good start, man. Thank you, Rick. Thank you very, very, very much. We had a great day yesterday. Boy, if we pull off a couple more of those days before the end of the month, I'd definitely be able to do some travel in April. The goal is Phuket and Samui, because two places this channel has never been. Also going to spend, if the money's there, also going to spend some extra time in Pattaya, just to see how much it's growing, because it is growing, and I think that's awesome. Filtho says, just realize the travel fund is like the opposite of Field of Dreams. Go travel and they will build it. You got a good point there, man. Got a good point. And there comes Stuck's match. So that's awesome, man. Thank you for putting that out there, Stuck. And Rick, thank you so much for I always cover his name up. Stuck, but he just matched it with $20. So we're looking good so far. If we get another $60 in PayPal today, I'll be the happiest man in the whole entire world, because that'd give us $100 for today, and that would be awesome. Awesome. Go travel and they will build it. That's it. I like that, Philthos. That's really, really, really good. The opposite of the Field of Dreams. Build it and they will come. Go travel and they will build it. That's a good point. That's a very good point. And I take that as to get my butt up and travel, and it will go. Let's see here. Lyle says NASCAR happened. That's what happened. That's a good one, man. Travel and you will film it. Yes, I will. I'm getting more into documenting rather than blogging, if that makes any sense at all. Griffin says, I will drop 20 if we get another 20 from someone on PayPal. I love you guys. I just love you guys. I swear I do. I had a great day yesterday, and hopefully just keep that fun booming, because Ross, are you still down to go? If the channel gets enough money for me. I know you can afford your own travel, but for me, let me know if you're still down to hit Samui and Phuket, because Ross and I will take off and go down there, and I'm sure he'll shoot content for his channel, and I'll definitely make a lot of content for mine. Got some big plans coming up, guys. I really do. I have some big plans coming up, and I really hope that everybody's around for them. Sorry. My channel members, I'm going to message you later on today, and what I want you to do is give me a date and time on that response of what would be the best day and time for the members only live streams. That's what I want to know. We just got $20 in PayPal. I'm waiting on it to come through on email. If it does. So a match is coming here, I imagine. I don't know why it's not coming through on email. Why is it not coming through on email? Try it again. Well, I'm always done for traveling, Ross says. I'm always down for traveling is what he meant. Is this email thing going to do the thing where it doesn't show everything again? So I'll tell you what just happened. I can't show his name, but I can show that he just contributed $20 on there. And let me see if I can. Let me see if I can do it like this. Like that. Yep. That's what PayPal takes out right there. So he just put in $20 on that. Oh, that's Rick again. Rick, thank you, brother. Thank you, man. Thank you. That's Rick. So bam, he says. There it is. Bam. So Griffin, there's your call for match, I guess. Yeah, Richard. Let's see. Rick has put in $40 already. Wow. Thank you so much, Rick. Much appreciated. Really appreciated, dude. All right. And there is the 20 from Griffin. And I don't see a I can't get his whole. There it comes. Let's see. Your email came right through, man. Let me just cover up his name. And there is the $20 from Griffin. Thank you so much, guys. You guys are just chipping away at this thing, and I fully believe it's going to happen. I really do. I fully believe it's going to happen. And you guys are going to be very pleased with the content. I'm also going to today I'm going to work on more coaching videos so I can get those out to you. And I may just do a long form video. I haven't done one of those in a long time. And it was suggested to me by a channel member to do one, a 12, 15-minute video. I may do that. Very well may do that. May really take my time and do some voiceovers and that kind of thing as well. So you guys will get to see Coach Chang. Very interesting. Filthos, I stopped documenting my travels so much when I realized it was significantly detracting from my experiences. Does focus, I understand that completely, by the way. Does focus on documenting steal from your experience, or is there a way around that? Yes and yes. That's a great, wonderful question, Filthos. So, for example, when Ross and I went to Koh Chang, I was super happy to be there. Of course, I'm happy to travel with Ross anywhere. It's good to have him as a travel buddy. He understands Thailand better than I do. He's been here longer, much longer, been coming around much longer. But when I travel, I have a goal to make sure that I document my travels and that I make some type of quality content that you guys want to see. So yeah, sometimes that takes away from my experience of the island. Sometimes it's just shoot, and that's the only thing. Like the coaching, videos are perfect examples of that. I had no time to do anything but record, and Ross can attest to that. The reason is because we had a 3-day holiday. Koh Chang is a long way from Bangkok, and it took me a day to travel to Rayong to meet Ross, and then the next day we took the scenic route, which was great. We got a lot of content there, and then the next day we were on Koh Chang, and we did the whole island. It took us pretty much most of the day, and there wasn't really what am I trying to say? It wasn't really time for me to soak it all in. It was like, here's Lonely Beach, here's White Sands Beach, here's where you can go to do this. Here's this, here's that. And I would get out and I would document it. Ross would give me some information and I would try to include that in the video. He was very helpful. So when I take those 3-day holidays that are on long distance travel, yes, it becomes cumbersome, very cumbersome to enjoy myself and record. People don't realize how much time's involved in setting up the camera properly for a shoot, depending on where you're at, but especially outdoor lighting. Turning the mic around one way or the other. If you're behind the camera, you got to turn it around on the hot shoe mount. If you're standing in front of it, you got to turn it around on hot shoe mount. Either that or hold. It's cumbersome. Now, on the flip side, when I have 10 days off, 12 days off, or something like that, a week or more, when I can take my time and create content, that is not cumbersome. That is the way around that, so to speak, Philthos. When I have that much time on my hands, I can document when I want to. I'm not forced to, hey, I got to get this video in today. I got to get this in today. I got to do this. I can just walk around, take pictures, and record documented sessions, or not sessions, but document where I'm at, what I'm doing, and just put them together in the video. And it actually makes for a better travel vlog and better information most of the time when I'm not rushed to get that content out. But when like the Koh Chang trip, that came out of, that emptied after Kirby and all that emptied the travel fund. And then we got a little bit more for Koh Chang, but I spent mostly my own money out of my pocket for that trip. But it eliminated the travel fund. Now we're back up almost to the point where I can do the Samui and Phuket thing, and it'd be very doable. So we're not that far away. Those of you that love the channel, support the channel, keep supporting monetarily if you can, only if you can, because it will give us leadway on where we can travel, or where I can travel, what I can do, what I can record for you. And the channel is in desperate need of some audio upgrades as of right now. Like, I need a mic for the computer, and I also need a remote lab mic. I've already told you the Rode Wireless Go 2. Those are the microphones. Comes with one receiver and 2 mics, and that's what I'm looking at. They are super professional quality, and they're about $300. So moving on. But thank you guys for all your support. Really, I mean, I tremendously, just humbly thank you all for your support. It means a lot to me. It really does. I wouldn't be able to do these things were it not for you. I just wouldn't. So I hope that answered your question, Philthos. That was a great question. Autumn says, at Philthos, if you take it in the eyes of an anthropologist, life is so fun that way. That's an interesting concept. When I was in school, I worked with our anthropology department, taking pictures of bones and skeletons and that kind of thing. And they did have a different way of looking at life in general. Philthos says, good answer, JC. Good. I'm glad I did that. Anon says, anybody have recommendations for a good mid-range still camera? Looking at Rebel T7 or T8, but open to suggestions. Go ahead and go mirrorless. Anon, don't do a DSLR. Get you, if you really want to get into like mid-range shooting, get the Canon M52. I have the Canon M50, the original, but get the M52. That's a good camera, and it's not very expensive. You would be much more, or you would be more well off to do that than you would anything else. Of course, if you want to go to the Sony line, then you can look at the A6000 line that they have, and if you got questions, ask me. I'm more than happy to help. I'd stay away from Nikon and Fuji for various reasons, which I'd be happy to explain in another video. Rick says, I heard the losing my voice. Rick says, I heard the Rode wireless mics are nice, but I think you can not put wind filters over the mics if needed. You can absolutely do. They come with the wind filters, what we call dead cats, Rick. I encourage you, if you have any questions about that, you can Google it, and you can see the Rode Go mics, the original, the first version, they had dead cats, but they had these little click-in dead cats. The dead cats on the Wireless Go 2 have dead cats that you stick in and twist, so they can't pop off, and they're really high quality sounding. I'm super excited to be able to get one day, but before I get the audio, we got to have a phone. Or I've got to have a phone, and that's what I'm working on with AdSense only money right now. I'm working on being able to get that phone because this cell phone is going to die on me eventually. It just is. Let's see. Big C says, "Oh, Big C, what's up, man? Tell our villagers not to throw water. We've been there." Ross says, living in Thailand, driving across this country, the travel was usually better than the destination. So much to see along the way. I can agree with that, Ross. I see that. I get that. You are more than welcome, Anon. Of course, you're more than welcome. Just ask me anything you want to, but just don't, unless you want to stay on the super cheap. I'd stay away from DSLRs because DSLRs are phasing themselves out. Mirrorless cameras are going to be the way to go. And right now I shoot with an Olympus camera. It's a mirrorless camera, of course. In fact, you could probably get an Olympus EM5 Mark III, which is the new version of the EM5 Mark III with a lens for I would say less than $1,000, certainly, and that would be a very nice camera that you could do a multitude of things. But if you're just getting started, I would recommend going. Canon cameras are always going to be. Canon's only people make the confusion of Canon competing with Sony, right? Canon only competes with Canon. That's it. Canon is Canon has quad pixel phase detect, 4-directional phase detect autofocus. Canon only competes with Canon is what I'm trying to tell you. So if you want to get in that, when you pick a system, you want to be in the system because you want the lenses to all be you want to be able to use your lenses across the board. You want to be able to use your camera bodies with your lenses, that kind of thing. So and Sigma and Tamron both make third-party lenses for Canon cameras, which are significantly cheaper than the Canon brand itself. So if you want to get a full frame mirrorless camera that's very basic, and also Canon offers the tilt out flippy screen, which is very, very useful in certain situations. If you want to get a great deal on a really good entry level mirrorless camera, it's not a professional camera, but it's a full frame camera, which is huge in terms of image quality, especially in low light. Get the Canon RP. Canon RP. Look up Canon RP and on. Now, is that the real Montelli? Because everybody's looking for you, dude. Hang on, I'm gonna get to you in just a second. I thought incorrect. No problem, Rick. No problem, Rick. No problem. I can answer those questions, man. You got questions, I'll get the answers. Morning, Do More Life peoples. Hey, James, good to see you, man. Can I get a colonoscopy? I think I need one. Everybody is looking for you, bro. Like, everybody's looking for you. I just got, have you gotten any of my messages, by the way? I've been sending you via Signal. I've been trying to send you messages on there. Nope. But people are asking about you in the comment sections of my video. They say they haven't seen you and you fell offline and people are worried about you. So, if that is indeed really you, and I think it is, but if it is really you, let me try one right now on Signal. Yeah, do that. Do that. My Signal's right there. I verified you yesterday, so you shouldn't have a problem. Your picture came up when I verified it. Yep, there you are. Verify. Oh, your safety number has changed. You have not marked Steve Mark. Okay. He's verified. That is Montelli, ladies and gentlemen. Good to see you, brother. And I see. You got a different okay. I see what happened. Very, very good to see you, Montelli. Very good to see you. I was worried about you, bro, and nobody had seen you for a while. So thank you for dropping by the live stream, man. That's awesome, dude. Really appreciate it. So if anybody's wondering, your other channel was taken away. Are you gonna try to get it back? That's the question. Good to see you, brother. It really is. A lot of people don't know you're a good friend, the people were asking me, a lot of Philippine vloggers were coming on and commenting, too much wiggle talk, gotcha. They were coming on asking, do you know Steve Montelli? He's dropped offline and we haven't seen him. He's went dark, my initial reaction was, that's just Montelli, whatever. And then it kept going for weeks and weeks, and I was getting a bunch of comments about that, and I was like, I don't know, I'll try to message him. So but apparently I was messaging an old account on Signal, so it's all good, man. It's all good. Jack Mac, that has nothing to do with the topic we're talking about. I'm sorry, brother. But hello from Sydney. And Montelli, it's really good to see you, brother. It really is. However, my view on your issue there is, if you're coming to Southeast Asia, most women want babies. Okay. If you lie to them and tell them, if you have that procedure done and you lie to them and they find out for any reason, if they even think you lied to them, you probably won't have the rest of the parts of your body that you need down there. So do it at your own risk. That's all I can say. Anon says, okay, the last good camera I had was an old SLR with a couple of lenses from the 70s, 80s. Cheap digitals after that, and then started using the phone. Nothing wrong with using the phone. I plan on using the iPhone Pro. I'm not getting the Pro Max, just the Pro, the iPhone 12 Pro to take a lot of pictures because it does a lot of competition. It does a lot of things internally. Can't talk right now. Mathematics and other things that create a 15 stop dynamic range, which is more than some of the high end mirrorless cameras on the market right now, which is unbelievable. And cell phone pictures are not bad. Cell phone pictures are not the enemy. Cell phone pictures can be quite good, to be honest. So your cell phone can do it, but if you want a camera to take, pictures with that you can edit and mess with, and really high quality stuff, we can always talk about that, bro, anytime. Let's see. Tim says a Lorena Bobbitt incident is in your future. Yeah, I'm talking to Jack. Uh-oh. We are real close to the days ago, or is this the old one? This may be the old one. Yeah, this is the old one. Okay, so this is Rick's $20 PayPal that came through the second one. So thank you, Rick. The email just popped through. I don't know why it took so long, but it just came through. Let's see. A Lorena Bobbitt incident is in your future. That's right. Yeah, you got to be careful, Jack. Rick R says, Jay, that's so true. A Thai gal will lop that thing off if she finds out she's planks. Let me tell you who will do. Let me tell you who will do it worse than that. A Filipino. You don't believe me? Ask Montelli. He's in the chat. He'll verify that for me. A Filipino would be much quicker to do that than a Thai girl would in most cases, in my opinion. Montelli says a Canon F1. Oh my God, that's an old camera with the motor drive in the 70s was I guess that's supposed to be a wonderful piece of equipment. I bet it was. Ross says, and remember, folks, Jeremy teaches English. Hey man, I do what I can. Tim says the Canon AE1 back in the day was the Cadillac of cameras. Yeah, you guys are going back into the film camera days. So that's pretty cool. Stuck says, Montelli, I have a camera for checking sewer pipes. Same. An electric snake if we find anything. That's so cool. Did I say something wrong, Ross? Is that why you are making a joke? Or what did I do? I forgot. I certainly hope it doesn't have anything to do with my pathetic teaching salary. Tim's laughing at you, so whatever. Lyle says, Stuck. Yeah, it is good to have Stuck in the house. Very good to see you. I'm missing you on all the weekends, bro. But I know you got more. I know you got stuff going on. It's all good. And everybody has life going on right now. So for you guys to pull together and do what you've done for the channel, I just love you for it. That's all I can say. I just love you for it. And I said, Stuck in Florida, I guess we've solved Montelli's colonoscopy problem. Same as colonoscopy is about the same, Stuck. I'm going to you next time. Yeah, that's I don't those are the types of things I do not look forward to in life, which I know they're coming, but I do not look forward to them at all. If you hadn't hit the thumbs up button yet, be sure to do that. We don't have a large stream today, but we have enough people on here that have made a great difference in helping out the channel, and looking forward to April. Man, I'm really looking forward to April. Ross says, joking on you, no being able to sat comp composition. Okay. Filtho says electric snakes and weenie chopping are not good Saturday night topics. Back to the t-shirt contest. I like that. Montella says a colonoscopy will be the best 20 minutes of sleep you will ever get. I've heard my dad had one, and I've heard that he was just out. He was when they did it to him. Soon as we got him to the hospital, the nurse was like, "Don't worry, the worst part's over. Go to sleep." And she put something into the IV, and he was out. And then he was talking about unicorns and fairy tales. Fairy tales, fairy tales, fairy tales. Not unicorns and fairy tales. Is it fairy tales or is it just fairies? I don't know, but he was talking about some crazy stuff on the way home. It was interesting. Very, very interesting. So yeah, not really looking forward to that sleep. Ross says worst part of colonoscopy is the prep the night before. That's what I've heard before. And I says DoMoreLife. Just make sure the GI doctor or nurse for your colonoscopy aren't overly attractive. Could be a problem. I'm gonna stay away from that one, brother. Griffin says I have a Canon SX 720HS, great zoom to 40 times, and can Bluetooth to your phone all the photos. That must be a point and shoot camera because I'm not even familiar with what kind of camera that is. So that must be a entry level point and shoot camera. And that 40 times zoom, that tells me that it's one of those that you hit the button and it goes out, and the aperture changes as it goes out, which is the amount of light the lens lets in. So nothing wrong with point and shoots if that's what you like. And if you take a good picture and you like the color science behind it, Canon has good color science. So if you enjoy that stuff, you can Bluetooth it straight to your phone, put it in Instagram, put it on Facebook, whatever you want to do. Why do they call it Go Lightly? I'm not sure. Charles said, same here. I woke up from my colonoscopy. It was evidently the best comedian. Don't remember much. I've had that happen. When I had my thyroid removed twice, they had to go back in to get tissue they missed the first time. When I woke up, I was in just massive amounts of pain. So that's all I remember. Let's see. Montella says AE1, the motor drive was good too, easier to use than the F1 motor drive. I'm love it. Filtho says if I'm anesthetized, come out with a sore butt and am talking about fairies, somebody's going down. That would be weenie chopping time. I don't think my dad was sore. I just think he was still loopy from the medication they gave him. Tim says, like I said, my Samsung ST65 that I got at Walmart is great, but I do think I might have to upgrade. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with it. It's all about what you want, you know. Anna says, DoMoreLife. If you haven't heard of Go Lightly, you obviously haven't had a colonoscopy. No, I haven't had a colonoscopy yet, but I'm going to have to very, very soon. Very soon. Montelli says, Go Lightly is a misnomer. There ain't nothing lightly about that. How about if they leave a tip? Lyle says, you guys get way off, way out there in right field. Way out there in right field, but it's still a fun chat, though. I don't know how well it's going to fit when YouTube does the artificial intelligence reading of it, but it's not gonna. We have to relate it to Songkran some way, like I don't know. I don't even want to go there with those ideas. But if you guys are indeed planning to come for the Songkran, this conversation is a little turned. Stuck. That's a good one, bro. I like that. I really like that. I appreciate that too. We're gonna try to get it out of the pooper. If you really are planning on coming over to Songkran during April, just beware that it's going to be not like any Songkran in the past. It's not going to. You're not going to be seeing girls and all watered down, and you're not going to be watered down. It's going to be a little bit of back and forth, or it won't be a little bit of back and forth like normal. And I find that interesting. I also find it interesting that I may go ahead and try to book some hotels to see if, at least in the Pattaya region, because I would like to spend a couple of days there just to see what it's like. Probably won't stay there during the Songkran itself, during those holidays, just because it's going to be more expensive and there's really no reason to spend more money. Tim says, "We are people of ideas." Yes, you guys are. Absolutely. 100%. Could be talking about Songkran on Soy 6-1. Oh my gosh. And that's a whole nother. That's a whole nother. We're not just. Yeah. Oh, Ross says, "What is the best waterproof camera?" Probably right now, GoPro is probably your best waterproof camera. Olympus has a line of cameras. I believe they're called Tough cameras, and they are waterproof. Insta360 has waterproof cameras as well. You can put your iPhone in a plastic baggie, but it kind of ruins the image unless you pull the plastic really, really, really tight to the camera on the phone. So a little different. Montelli says 6-1 would be a hosing of a different type. Still, man, I gotta let that. I have no comment for that. That's funny though, very funny. Yeah, go get you, Ross. Just take a big. You can get right now. In fact, they had a sale the other day for like, I don't know, there was like $200 off. You get the GoPro Hero 9, which is the best GoPro by far that GoPro's made. You get a memory card and you get extra battery. And you get the GoPro app, the Quick, so you can edit using the GoPro app, and all that's fairly cheap. And the GoPro 9 is awesome because it has, if you buy the other lens with it, you can integrate the horizon lock, which means you can turn the camera like this, but it's still going to show a straight horizon. It's pretty cool, man. Pretty cool. And that would be something you could put underwater, not have to worry about it, and take pictures underwater. You will need if you're going in shallow water, you need like a light pink lens to go over the light pink filter to go over it. And if you're going into deep water, you'll need a red one. Color science. Autumn Asia says, "I like my waterproof phone. Google Pixel 3, great camera on that phone." Cool, man. Ross says, "Wife would kill me if I buy a GoPro after just getting drone last month." You got a good point. You got a good point there. You got a good point. But it would be cheaper buying the GoPro, especially if it's on sale. I think it would be cheaper than buying a waterproof camera such as like the Olympus cameras I was telling you about. And it may not be. It may not be. I'd have to look at them. The Olympus will certainly give you a better image, I'm sure, if you could get the right filter for it. Autumn Asia says, "Just bought a DJI Pocket Osmo." Is that the first one or the second one? Because there are now two. And that is a handy little thing. For the longest time, I used the Osmo Pocket when I was between cameras. When my EM5 Mark II broke down, I used the Osmo Pocket from a friend. Oh, good, you got the second version. That's awesome. Second version has quite a few upgrades from the first version, so congratulations on that. It's a great little walk and talk. You can buy a wider angle lens for it, so you can see more of what's around. The audio is even better on the 2. It says with the stick. Yep, you can buy with the Osmo Pocket 2, integrating a regular mic is much easier than it was with the Osmo Pocket 1, because you had to have a Bluetooth adapter to go in there. So congratulations, Alderman Asia. That will be a handy little thing. And you can take some good, I believe, 12 megapixel pictures with it. And you can also take some incredible video all the way up to 4K, 60 frames per second, which is really good video. I tip every time I buy a drink, Lyle says. That's a good thing for whoever you're buying a drink for, 100%. Anna says, Ross around and get a GoPro knockoff from Lazada. Advantage is that it was basically disposable. That's not a bad idea. Oh, you got the creator pack, Alderman Asia. Well, then you're all set to go. You're all set to go, and that's good, man. Get the creator pack, make some videos, make some memories. That's the most important thing. Ross, she got a car and you got a drone. I like that comparison, Griffin. I like that. Peter Joyce, hi from Canada. Very good to see you, Peter. Have not seen you in the live stream before. Thank you for joining us. We really appreciate it. And we're just going on and on about pretty much different topics at this point. We talked a little bit about Songkran earlier. More than welcome to watch the replay. Book for November, good for you. Hopefully by then the phase 4 will be implemented and you will be allowed to come in with the 1-day queue. That would be very nice. And more information on that to follow in later videos and later live streams. And I think it's going to be a very cumbersome process for the Thai government, CCSA, and the Thai Ministry of Health to figure out exactly what they want to do. Ross says, I also got a new laptop in the same month. February was a very expensive month. Sounds like it. It's the journey. I like that name. Hi, Jeremy, just tuning in. What's the status on getting into Thailand now? Sorry if you've answered. I already have the V. If you already have the V, you need 14 days, between 14 days and 3 months to come in on and you will have a 7-day queue here in Thailand. And after that, as long as you'll get 2 tests in queue, and you should be, as long as both of those are negative, after 7 days, you should be good to go. I highly recommend contacting a law firm called Integrity Legal. They are located in Bangkok. Their phone consultation is free. I would implement their services if I were you, if you can afford it. They're not very expensive. We have people on here that, but it's a law office, so you have to pay some money. But we have people on the channel that use Integrity Legal, including myself, for a lot of things, and they are like specialists on the whole visas and the arriving and all that stuff. So I encourage you to check out integritylegal.com, and that is there's a dash between integrity and legal. So check them out, and they should answer any questions that you have. With the certificate of entry, with the fit to fly, all that stuff. They'll answer all that. Charles says, no, Ross got a wife and drone much more than the car she got. LOL. Dino, what's up, Dino? Good to see you, man. Good day from raining Sydney. It's been raining here for a week nonstop. You know, I just read when I was reading through the news this morning that we're over the next 2 days we're expecting low season storms to pass through here. So I'm like, that means I got to put on a poncho when I ride my bike, and I got to do this, and I got to do that, all that stuff. It's the Journey says, it's Cheryl, Jeremy. Do watch their vids, Integrity, here on YouTube. Thanks. Good. Then you already know what I'm talking about. But from the best of my knowledge and from what we went over yesterday, the 7-day queue is going to be possible if fully approved by the cabinet and published in the Royal Gazette, which, to the best of my knowledge, has not been done yet, but is scheduled to be voted upon tomorrow. Well, tomorrow in Thailand, so on Monday, if that helps any at all. If you have not yet hit the thumbs up button, please do so. That would be very advantageous to the channel, and it helps me out a lot. You guys have been super generous today. I want to say thank you for all that. Dino says you're not going to miss Songkran anyway, right? Not your cup of tea. Yeah, it's not my cup of tea, but yeah, you're right, Dino. Basically, I'm not going to miss Songkran. I would like to go and learn more about the Buddhist New Year, which it represents, and the Thai culture behind the holiday. I would like to learn more about that. So I may find myself at a few temples talking to Thais, and if I can find some that can speak English, I think it'd be a good thing to learn about the cultural aspect of it. Peter says, wife has never been there. Yeah, I'm bringing my own. She insists. Cool. Stuck says, Dino, rain is better than being on fire, I would think. Yes, that's a good point, Stuck. I would agree with that 100%. 100%. Rain, yes. You can always dry off, but I don't think if you're burnt, you can just cool off that quickly. that would be a weird situation to find yourself in. So anyway, guys, I think that we can probably wrap up this live stream because we have covered a lot this weekend, man. Rain will clean the air. That's a good point, Griffin. And it is very Bangkok right now. Pollution levels are pretty high, so it will clean the air. If you did not see the beginning of the live stream where I went over all the Songkran stuff for this year, please go back and watch the replay. It'll be very helpful for you. In addition to that, I think that we've had a very successful live stream here in terms of the channel fund, which I greatly appreciate. And looking forward to putting that to traveling. And if we can just stack it up next weekend, then we'll be good to go. And I'm looking forward to it for sure. Anon says, have a great day all till next weekend. You too, Anon. I appreciate it, buddy. Ross says, JC, how many days did you plan on traveling? I don't know yet, Ross. I'm not 100% sure, but I'll let you know within a reasonable amount of time, I promise. Dino says, last year the rains came right after the bushfires. It was a shame it didn't come before and help extinguish. I know, man. I know. Rick, thank you so much for your contributions. Griffin, Stuck, who else? Anon, everybody that, let me just look real quick. Wait, if you contributed to the channel monetarily today, I owe you a solid debt of gratitude. And I am very happy that you were able to help the channel grow. And I'm going to get some videos out to you next week. I'll try to get out at least 2 videos next week. One will be on coaching. One might be something else. Or maybe I'll do 2 on coaching. I'm not sure. But we will have live streams again next weekend to the best of my knowledge. Should be same time, same place. And the channel's doing well this month. So I really hope it continues and keeps up. And I just want to thank you all, the guys that were here yesterday that were a part of that fantastic live stream and the guys that are here today that are part of this fantastic live stream. Really love you guys and appreciate you. Without you, I couldn't do what I do. So if you hadn't considered becoming a channel member, you might want to do that. That's the cheapest and the cheapest and easiest way to support the channel is through becoming a channel member. You can just do that by hitting the join button below, and you'll get all access to everything that all channel members have. Filtho says, and check out the extraordinary value of a channel member. Exactly. For $3, you get some good stuff. I guarantee it. You will not be disappointed. So, with that being said, love you guys. Mean it. I hope you have a great rest of the weekend. Whatever you do today, be sure you do more life. I will see you soon.